What is up, guys? It's Fable, and I'm back. I really just needed to talk about this game, okay? Now, this isn't a review or anything. I just needed to tell you guys how much I'm adoring this game right now. And if you're bored, you don't have anything to do on your Switch, go pick this up, because definitely I'm bringing this up to one of my favorite Switch games for sure right now. I've synced, like, a lot of hours into this one, and I've played other games in the Xenoblade franchise, but I really just gotta give props to this one for being just excellent. Now, most people thought that this game was gonna get pushed back, and it didn't. And the fact that it just came out in December, and a lot of people missed it, blows my mind, guys, because this game is truly excellent. Most people come here for the combat. Now, I do love Xenoblade's combat, and I'll get into that a little bit later, but I come here for the story. Story in this game is 100% excellent. I love every single moment. I've never skipped a cutscene, never skipped any bit of dialogue, because that's really what I'm here for. This game has such an excellent story, and Xenoblades always do. They always have a fantastic use of storytelling, but what really brings you in, not just good characters, not just good story either, but actually some pretty decent voice acting this time around, which I did have a problem with a lot in a couple of the Xenoblade games, especially Chronicles X. Some of it was just really bad. But this one, there's only a couple characters that annoy me, aside from, like, basically everyone in Xenoblade Chronicles X, and even more in the original Xenoblade. So, that, and I have to mention one thing. The music in this game is just absolutely spectacular. It's literally top-tier music for video games, and I'll show you what I mean. There's so many little melodies like this one, especially, that I just love about this game, because when I'm wandering around in places like this, there's gotta be some good music to keep me entertained, and Xenoblade 2 has always had a perfect use of music and environmental sounds just to keep me enthralled in its world. Now, like I mentioned just a bit earlier, Xenoblade has quite a bit of combat, and that is what a lot of people come for. And usually, you're going to be thrown off by this combat. At first, the combat is very stale, and I'm not going to lie here, it is really boring for about the first hour and a half. I know that sounds awful, you're like an hour and a half of annoying gameplay, but you totally get used to it. And I can definitely say, with 100% surety here, that the combat gets so much better over time. Even just when you hit the 5-hour mark, you really realize, you look back and you're just like, holy crap, the combat improved itself tenfold, because it really does. The combat gets so enthralling, and it makes you, like, not want to avoid monsters, because you just want to pull off new combos. And really, the combat around Xenoblade just kind of revolves around its blades and such, but once you get more and more blades, you can get more and more combos, more and more moves to learn, and the combat just gets so much fun and more intriguing every time. With every boss fight, it brings something new, and it's just so much fun to mess around with the combat mechanics here. And really, guys, if I'm being honest, I'm not doing a review here because I'm nowhere near beating the game. I just put a little post on my Instagram just talking about how much I loved the game, but I was so sad when I realized that I still have about 60 hours left. Guys, these games are huge. That's another thing I have to give props to Xenoblade for just being so humongously, like, amazing. All of the Xenoblade games have huge maps, this one included in that. Every single part of land, there's like so much to explore, and there's no way that anyone could ever explore it all, because it's just insane how much they put into this. Sorry, that was just a Twitter notification, but really, guys, they put so much into Xenoblade's combat that really you could just talk about the combat and just be done, because there's so much detail put into the combat. It just makes everything just a little bit more fun. Really, guys, I just had to sit down for a second and talk about Xenoblade. I've been playing this game a ton more recently, and I really think that since really nothing is coming out so far on the Switch, at least for the first couple of months, especially in 2018, which is a shame, but it's also not, because we still have so many games to go back and play from just earlier last year. And really, I think a lot of people miss Xenoblade 2, whether the combat brought them away, or maybe they just didn't think it looked that good overall. But go back and play this game, because it is just truly excellent. Guys, I really just had to gush about Xenoblade 2 for a second, but I also wanted to show you guys something really, really cool. I just got a new YouTube setup. It's not really for YouTube, it's really just for my own enjoyment, but I did just get a cool new setup, so I kind of just wanted to show you guys that because it really is pretty cool looking, and I got to review a quick Breath of the Wild skin that I put on my Switch, and it looks absolutely fantastic. Really sorry about the weird camera angle here. I just really needed to show you guys this beautiful skin that I got for my Switch. So check this out. So this is what I put over the dock. Surprisingly, looks super, super nice. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it that well, but you can buy a lot of these skins, and they're super, super easy to apply. So look at these Joy-Con. These are really cool. I'm going to show you guys the bottom of the Joy-Con and the grip. I'm going to take off the Joy-Con and show you what the back of my Switch looks like. Now, these are about 10 or so bucks at Target, and you can buy them at other places too. But really, I just think this is super cool to have a really nice skin on my Switch. So this is what the back of my Switch looks like now. And I just think it's so rad. Just that awesome Zelda finish right there just makes me feel so cool about the Switch, and it's just awesome. And I really, really, really love the way that my dock looks now, just with that Breath of the Wild. I mean, I have a lot of Breath of the Wild stuff in my room, so I'm kind of just adding to that. And another really cool thing, guys, is so I can record better videos, I just got a monitor set up in my room with a really nice speaker system and my Switch hooked up to it. So it's going to be a lot of fun to mess around with, guys. But thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.